Here is a Ryzen 5 processor from AMD, and today I'm going to show you how to install it onto a motherboard. We already have a video up in our channel on how to install an Intel CPU, so if you guys want to watch that, then I've put a link in the description for you. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, Annushree here, and after a long time, welcome back to Different Dell Computers. Here is the AMD Ryzen 5 3500 processor, and this processor has 6 cores and 6 threads. It has a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a max boost clock of 4.1 GHz. So this is a great gaming and editing CPU on a budget. Now, AMD processors are quite different from Intel CPUs as they have pins on the CPUs itself. And how you put it on a board is also quite different from Intel CPUs. For motherboard, I have a B550M motherboard from Galax, and this board it's pretty affordable and quite good for the price. Alright, so this is where I'll be putting the processor, but before I do that, I'll first pull this lever up. So make sure to pull it a bit to the side and then pull it upwards. Before I put the processor in, I'll make sure that this little golden triangle on the processor is in line with the little triangle on the motherboard socket. So this part is pretty important, so you guys want to note that. Now I'll align these two triangles and carefully put the CPU in, making sure that the pins fall smoothly into place. So here I'm just making sure that the CPU is properly seated, and be careful not to put too much pressure on the CPU if there is any resistance. Now I can easily slide this lever down to secure the CPU. So guys, Ryzen CPUs usually have two types of fan mount. Here I have a Rate Prism cooler and a Rate Stealth cooler. This one uses a clip system and the other uses screws. And I'll be showing you how to install both the fans. So here I'm just putting a bit of thermal paste, not too much. Now bringing in the prism. So this cooler has two metal clips on each side, which need to be hooked on to the plastic holder which came attached onto the motherboard. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this on. This cooler is a little bit tricky and requires some patience, but guys, you should never try to force it. So first, hook one of the clips and making sure that the cooler is well aligned, slowly lower it down. Okay, so I'll go ahead and hook the other clip as well. Then again guys, this metal is kind of slippery, so take your time. Now, for the final step, fasten this clip all the way until it is properly secured. Like this, and it's done. Next, I have the Stealth cooler. So this cooler, instead of using clips, it has 4 screws which will go into the motherboard. Remember the attached bracket that was used to hook the prism clips? I'm gonna have to remove them first. So before I install the cooler, I need to make sure that these 4 screws, which are in a rectangular layout, is properly in line with the 4 mounting holes on the board. So for me, installing this cooler is a bit easy. I just need to keep the cooler in place, above the CPU, and after that, I fasten the screws in an X manner. And that's about it. So this is how you install an AMD processor using its 2 different coolers. Alright guys, I hope you found this tutorial helpful, especially beginners. Don't be scared to install CPU on your own. but try to follow this tutorial and you'll be good to go. Okay guys, like and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell, and I'll see you guys next time.